guys, I'm Tamara Bennett with Southern Adoornments Decor. We're going to be painting a baseball themed door hanger tonight, and I'm excited about it because I feel like when you see baseball door hangers, they all pretty much look the same. They're usually just like the baseball, the baseball shape or just the home plate or something like that, but this one's going to be a little bit different. This is the first time I've ever used the Meebo camera, so this is completely different than the way I usually do my videos, but let me show you something cool. So from what I understand, you can take it and zoom in on what you're working on. Isn't that cool? So I can zoom out, I can zoom in, and you guys can see better what I'm working on. So let me show you what kind of paint we're going to be using. It's Decor Americana paints. There's black and white, and I've selected some gray. It's gray sky, burnt sienna, festive green, which is almost empty, foliage green, and Hauser dark green. Those are all going to be the colors of the grass. We're also going to need some red for the stitches on the baseball. And I think that's probably about it. So we'll see how, if we end up adding any more colors, but that's what we're going to be working with so far. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Somebody says, how do I order a template? Deborah, you can go to shopdoorhangers.com and order. Let's try out our new zoom feature so you guys can see what we're painting here and see if you guys like this. We're going to be using this little flat tip brush, and we're going to paint right over the letters. See how it says the word "See You at Home"? We're going to paint right over the top of that because I can still see it once I paint over it. Let me know what you think about the new camera. Do you like it? I don't know. Somebody said noise. Yes, it's a static noise. Is it bad? Do we need to switch to regular Facebook Live and quit using the Meebo? So I'm just painting around these blades of grass. Somebody said, I do like the zoom. Good. Hopefully we can figure out what that little buzz or crackle noise is, and maybe we can avoid that in the future. I know it has its own microphone, so maybe something about that is picking up the sound, picking up some kind of static sound. Okay, Deb says I can't hear you. Okay, well Deb, maybe try going out and coming back in. Sometimes that fixes it. I'm going to go ahead and paint the ball white also. We will make sure to differentiate so that the ball and the base don't blend in with one another. Don't worry about that. It's not that bad? Okay. So strange. I don't know. The only thing I can figure is that I have the camera mounted in the middle of my ring light, and maybe next time we'll try it without the ring light being mounted to the ring light and see if the static sound goes away. Maybe how lights sometimes have a buzz to them. Maybe it's picking up on like a slight buzzing sound that the ring light is making. Man, this paint is driving fast today. Okay. I'm going to dry it even faster with my hair dryer, so hang on. Shannon, we did release a bunch of new Easter designs. A couple of weeks ago, we released probably 10 or 12 new Easter designs. So if you haven't seen those, go poke around in the shop at shopdoorhangers.com and see what you can find. We did put in some new ones, so maybe you just didn't see those. Somebody said, what kind of camera is it? It's a Meebo, M-E-V-O. Got our second coat on there. So now, are the templates wood cutouts mailed to us or like a stencil? So Amanda, the wooden blanks are the ones we mail to you. The templates are the ones that you print out at home and trace. So if you see templates and they're $5, those are not the ones that are mailed to you. The wooden blanks are these, the ones you want mailed to you. So there is a difference. Okay, let's see how much green we can get out of this because it's almost out. But it's a really nice bright green. Excuse the weird noises. This is the festive green. We're just going to paint our grass this color. It's a really nice Kelly green. Thank you, Mandy, for sprinkling the love. Back in the month of February, we said that at any video that you sprinkled the love on, you would get your name in a drawing for 3 of our swag bags from the live event. So I will make sure and draw those names sometime this week and announce those on our page so that you guys can send me your addresses and we can get you your swag. We had some really good swag at the event this year. Some of the ladies were like, man, this is even better than last year. Damon Oates from Deco Exchange donated a bunch of easy bow makers, and we had essential oil stuff in there. We had what else did we have? We have all kinds of cool stuff. I can't even remember all of it off the top of my head. We had some chalk tour, what is that new nail art stuff that everybody's doing? Color Street? Yeah, we had Color Street nails. We had all kinds of awesome stuff in there. I've been working on a design for Mother's Day today that's going to be released in our April designs. So if you're not a member of our template club, I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, but it's something new that we started back in January. And you know how we release 5 new designs every single Friday? Well, normally you can only get those designs at half price only on the weekend that they are released, and then after that they go back to $5 and they stay at $5. Well, if you are a member of our template club, you can get all of the new designs every single month for one low price. So they'll be bundled. So you would get 20 to 25 templates depending on how many Fridays there are in the month for just $30. And of course, Painters Clubhouse members can get that an even better deal than that. So if you're planning on signing up for Painters Clubhouse on March 24th when the doors open, you may want to wait and sign up for Template Club right afterwards, because then you can get Template Club for just $20 a month. Painters Clubhouse members get an even better deal. Okay, let's put a second coat on this really quick, and then we're going to start working on the fun details. Sometimes to me the background colors are kind of boring doing this part, but it's the details that make it fun. And I'm running out of green paint. We're going to stretch this a little bit. Okay. I did not do a very good job staying inside the paint lines up there, but that's alright. I think it's going to be okay, especially once we get all of the other details on here. Thank you for sprinkling the love. You guys are awesome. Alright, so we're going to make the base look kind of dirty with some dirt. We're going to do polka dots on the ball, and then we're going to make the grass look more dimensional. So let me dry this. Okay, so I'm going to use the burnt sienna color. This is a slightly reddish brown. And actually, I was going to sort it out on that, but let me get something else. I need something flat. Here we go. Here's some cardboard. Because I'm going to use my really rough brush to do this. And we're going to kind of add like dirt streaks. So let me do a little line here on this cardboard. I'll zoom in for you just a little bit. There you go. The zoom in is kind of cool, isn't it? Okay, so here we are. We got our little rough brush. Just going to dab some on there. And we're just going to streak it. I didn't get enough. Dab, 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 and then streak. And we're just going to scrape it onto this base. You can do this as much or as little as you want. I just wanted the base to look a little dirty, like it's been on the ball field. Let's see. Looks like it needs a little bit more, maybe right through there. Alright, and then I'm going to stop because I don't want to get all over the ball. So let me repaint over where I accidentally got a little bit on the ball here. Yes, someone said, has anyone ever had troubles with wooden handled brushes chipping the paint off on the handle? That usually happens if your brushes get left in the water too long. The wood starts to swell. And it can also happen if you are leaving your brushes sitting like this to dry. So after I rinse my brushes out, I make sure to always lay them like flat on like a paper towel or something absorbent so that any excess water doesn't, you know, start to go down into the brush handle. So that's how you dry them. That will help. Let's see. Okay, y'all are having your own conversations in the comments. That's fine, totally fine. Okay, let me grab our polka dot sponge. And we're going to use this color called Gray Sky. Somebody said, yes, we love Jesus here. We do. I love y'all. Y'all are so funny. Okay, so use your polka dot sponge, squeegee it out as best you can. And then let me get something. Here we go, just a piece of scrap paper. I think this is a bill or something. I don't know. And we're just going to set it kind of halfway on the ball because I want to do a polka dot right here that goes halfway on and halfway off. So that keeps it from getting over the line. All right. And then we'll do one like right here. Another one here, here, here. We'll do one half on and half off over here also. There we go. And then we'll do one here. And then another one half on and half off right here. So if you have any bills that you don't like, you can use those to kind of do those half on, half off polka dots. So I wanted my ball to have some dots on it. It kind of looks like a golf ball right now, but once we get the stitches painted on it, it won't look like that. Okay, since Richie was being ugly, we're blocking him from the video. All right, so what was I saying? Somebody asked about the shirts. So these are the shirts from the live event. If you want one, we still have some left, and they are in my shop. You just got to look for or search for Sprinkle the Love, and you can find that t-shirt. I think we all need to pray for Richie. I went ahead and banned him from the Facebook Live, but y'all can pray for him. All right, we're going to do our stitches. I'm going to do the black line here. And then we'll do our red stitches. I'm just using a little tiny, I think it's a tiny little flat tip brush actually. I really like it though because it's very precise. Kay says he's killing me with his remarks. I think that's what he was trying to do, Kay. He was trying to get everybody all stirred up. Ooh, this is not the right red. Hang on. Let's use this one. It's called True Red. And we're going to paint the stitches. Hold on. I got to dry that black line because it's blurring my red. Good evening. I think I still have a little tiny bit of black paint in my brush, but it's okay. We're just going to keep on keeping on. Charlie is going to play soccer this year. Brett is going to play baseball. And Travis is playing tennis. So I've got 3 kids, 3 different sports, 3 different age groups, 3 different practices and games schedules. So life is about to get crazy in our household because Charlie's practice schedule starts like Thursday. Brett's won't start until sometime in April, hopefully. And Travis is already in full swing with soccer. Like he doesn't play the games because he's not quite old enough yet. They only have like a varsity league. But he does go to all of the practices because it's just good for him. Okay, we're going to get a round tip brush and some darker green paint. This is called the Hauser Dark Green. If I can get it to come out. And we're just gonna get a little bit of this foliage green, and we're gonna kind of like add some more blades of grass in here to make it look just a little busier, a little bit more dimensional. So I'm gonna start with the Hauser Dark Green and just start streaking it in here. We're not gonna try to be perfect. We're just gonna, it's actually more fun, I think, if you kind of take your brush and kind of flick up with it. I'm going right over the top of the word home. It kind of looks black, but it's really not. It's just a dark green. And I think I'm actually going to make mine kind of streak up and onto the plate a little bit too. Maybe a little bit on the ball. We're just going to pretend like we're Picasso with this one and just kind of go crazy with it. Sometimes it's just fun. Heather says, is Walmart brand paint okay to use? Yes. I used apple barrel paint for a long time. I prefer Deco Art paint, but if you are not near a craft store or can't order online or something, then you can use the brands they have at Walmart. They will work just fine. I just, you know, personally prefer the quality that Deco Art has, the Americana paints. This is getting quite busy now, isn't it? And now let's get some of the light green. So I'm not going to rinse my brush off. I'm just going to get some of the light green and start putting it in there also. This is going to be one bushy field of grass that's going to look like it needs, like somebody needs to mow the lawn before we can play the game. I think I need to thin the paint out a little bit. It's not going very far. There we go. So if you feel like you're not getting very good streaks of blades of grass, just add a tiny bit of water and it should do better. And it's really hard to find a quitting spot, I'll tell you that, because once you start doing this, you're like, well, when is enough enough? So we may have to stop right here in just a second. Okay, we'll just say that that's enough. All right, so let's dry this real quick because I don't want to smear my grass. Wouldn't this be a great gift for the coach on your baseball team? I think that may be what I do with this one. Give it to our baseball coach. Okay, so I'm going to use a filbert tip brush, and we're just going to trace the letters. The letters are already laser etched in the design, so we're just going to trace right over them. That way we don't have to freehand anything. Because sometimes the lettering can be the scariest part of a door hanger, especially if you aren't very comfortable with it. Even I sometimes stop talking and concentrate when I'm doing the lettering. And the reason I chose the filbert tip brush is because I'm able to get a nice smooth edge for some of these rounded edged letters. You won't be able to get that with a flat tip brush, and it takes too long to fill this in sometimes with a round tip brush. So that was the reason I chose filbert on this particular design. If this lettering was more like script lettering, then I might choose round tip. Okay, so I'm getting my black paint again, And we're just going to trace these letters that say see you at home. Super easy. We had so many people who participated in the fall door hanger challenge, and one of them was at our event in Nashville, Tennessee this past week, and you know what she told me? Her name is Amy Long. She said that she ended up selling so many of those fall leaf door hangers that she made an extra $300 just from that challenge. Isn't that amazing? $300. And then she ended up loving it so much that she started her own business, and she is now, she lives in a tiny little town of just like 300 households, I think she said. And she is now, this month, hosting 8 to 10 paint parties in her home. Isn't that amazing? So she could have had every excuse in the book of, oh, my town is too small, I don't have enough people to market to, but she did not let that stop her. Matter of fact, when you live in a small town like that, sometimes those are the best little towns because there's nothing else to do. So people will pay to come and learn how to paint and fellowship with one another and get out and do something fun. And so I can imagine that her little town is probably all decorated with door hangers by now from all of the wonderful people that come to her parties. But that is just one story of many of people who participated in our fall challenge and had so much success at it. They ended up starting their own businesses, joining Painters Clubhouse, and they're getting to do what they love and make extra money in the process. So I hope that that will inspire some of you to sign up for the challenge, to step outside your comfort zone, because once you paint your first door hanger, you're going to become obsessed. It's so addicting. Many of the ladies that are watching here that paint will attest to that, I'm sure. I'm not a germaphobe, but I ain't got time to have my kids home with me all day, every day. It's not summer break yet. I got work to do. They already barge in here as it is when I'm trying to do a video. I am just tracing these letters down here, y'all. Easiest hand lettering ever. No brainer. This is going to be such a cute door hanger. I think I'll hang it on our door until close to the end of baseball season, and then I'll gift it to our coach. There are so many women who were at that event in Nashville who were just like, you know, this is so much cheaper than therapy. That could not be more true. So good for you. Is any of you guys watching the Bachelor finale tonight? I'm fixing to go in there and watch it as soon as this is over, so please don't spoil it for me. One more letter and then we'll add our finishing details. It would be really cute if you had team colors to kind of maybe do a big bow in your team colors at the top of that baseball plate. There we go. Okay, so let's get a round tip, a real small round tip brush. I'm gonna water down just a little bit of my black paint because it was getting a little thick. And then we're just gonna add some cute little details. We'll add some little squiggly lines up near the top of our base. And then we'll add some lines around our baseball just to kind of separate it from the base. Just like that. And then we can even add just a little bit on our blades of grass if you want to kind of differentiate them a little bit so that they stand out a little bit more. Just be careful and don't get it over in your hand lettering too much. And then we might add a few white highlights too. So I'm also going to kind of just do a couple of random blades of grass in black There we go. Don't want to overdo it too much. Okay, let me rinse this brush. Okay, I'm going to use the white and just do like a little highlight on my letters. I know you can use a laser cutter to cut these, but I don't know if a laser engraver and a laser cutter are the same thing. So adding a little bit of white to my grass. There really is no stopping point with the grass. Like you could just keep on and keep on. Okay, I think we are done. Y'all want to see the whole thing? Here we go. It's all finished. Look how cute that is. I love it. So you could put a big bow like right up here with your team colors and stuff like that. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just let me know. I've enjoyed painting this with you guys tonight, and I hope you'll join me again on Friday for Friday Fab 5. See you again soon. Bye, y'all.